The experiences of childhood are essential to the growth and development of our children because children are born ready to learn. They depend on the adults in their lives as their first teachers to develop the skills that they need to be healthy and successful.
So everything that happens in childhood becomes the foundation for the rest of life. So the rest of life either builds on or requires some dismantling and then rebuilding of what we learned in childhood.
So I think that all of these experiences are essential to growth and development because it gives children a foundation to learning about themselves and being able to navigate relationships and the world around them.
Building for Kids is a great agency. We partner with them a lot, and we create an impact together in the life of the children.
And one of the things that the Autism Society hears from families often is that they don't always feel welcome or included in community events and programs because not everyone understands autism or the supports that children with autism could benefit from. So having a place like the Building for Kids that has prioritized inclusion means a lot to the Autism Society and the families that we serve.
We're so grateful to the Building for Kids for partnering with us and allowing our kiddos a break, but also a fun way to learn and to grow.
The Building for Kids benefits our community in many ways. The obvious answer is that it offers a fun environment for children to explore and learn.
The Building for Kids is one of the pillars of community supports for families during early childhood and beyond. It offers a place for children to explore, learn, create, and it offers that place of belonging and acceptance where truly all families are welcome. And because of that, families are better supported and stronger, and children have access to those experiences that will positively affect their development and overall well-being as they grow.
This is such a contributing factor to building those resilient skills, and that is so important for kids to be able to just combat some of the experiences they're going to have. And for some families, they're experiences that maybe are unique to homelessness, but maybe aren't. It could be anybody. And so whether it's somebody we work with or somebody who just wants to access the programming, it's a great place to just have a space to be together.
I think it's really the impact that we see that Building for Kids has in the community. It's knowing that people know that it's there and that it's definitely an option for someone to go do something, especially right now in the situation we're in right now with so many different options that kids would normally have are just not available to them right now. I think it's been something that's been very valuable just for people to know that, okay, this is something that's there.
I think that having a children's museum, the caliber of the Building for Kids within our town really says something about the importance that we put as a community on early childhood play and growth and creativity and development.
So it's as essential to every aspect of Appleton because you can't have a good foundation for a community without the foundation for children.
The Building for Kids strives to be a resource for families during these unprecedented and challenging times by responding to the changing needs of families in our community and providing innovative and relevant opportunities for engagement. The Building for Kids immediately pivoted to virtual programming and hands-on family activity kits that have reached tens of thousands of families with at-home science experiments, art projects, and multi-generational play-based learning. Once the Building for Kids felt they could safely welcome families back to the museum, they offered daily opportunities for in-person play and exploration through facilitated small group programs that allow families to participate in hands-on learning from designated workstations, as well as private exhibit rentals for households to gain exclusive access to our interactive exhibits.
The Building for Kids has a huge and major impact. You can see it during the pandemic with the little social videos, and then also especially with the packets. We would take the packets because we were members and it was great, but then we would have leftover supplies or then we would use it for other things because my child's like, hey, we still have some glitter. Can we put this in this painting? And it would actually open her mind for other projects that I never thought of and she did. or going to the classes, it helps to socialize, like home base and focusing on her project, but also we were able to take some of the projects home and even do more with it. And then we kind of have a Building for Kids project area where we have the Play-Doh, we have the kaleidoscope, and we have the Rainmaker, and they go actually to those because they need it. There's a sense of pride in their toys now.
As the pandemic continues to evolve along with the needs of our community, the Building for Kids remains committed to providing safe and creative ways to encourage play-based learning and empower kids and families to discover and explore.
When we closed our doors to protect the health and safety of our visitors and community in March, none of us anticipated just how long this crisis would impact our daily lives. While the immediate future is still uncertain, the Building for Kids remains committed to the principles we laid out on day one of this crisis. That the work we do is vital to support and engage the children and families across our community. That to accomplish this work, we must continue to invest in our dedicated team of talented employees. And that we must act responsibly to ensure that the Building for Kids can continue to serve our community for generations to come. As we work through our phased reopening, finding creative ways to continue to engage while ensuring safety, we know that our organization will continue to face significant revenue shortfalls for many months. A children's museum is a truly remarkable place, but these spaces incur significant costs, whether they're utilized by one person or 120,000 people. We rely on admissions, memberships, and community contributions to cover these costs each year. In 2020 and for the foreseeable future, we know that we cannot depend on the typical earned revenue, which covers the majority of our annual operating costs. That is why we are asking you to invest alongside us today in the future of our community. Your support today can help ensure that the essential work of play continues to empower, engage, and energize throughout this crisis and recovery and beyond.
Because childhood is essential.
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 Because childhood is essential.